StarCraft fans. Right now we have stats of 2-0 on Solar in this matchup in the losers finals. Looks like there's some guys with chicken.
That's a good thing to do. If you've never eaten chicken while watching StarCraft before, I recommend you pick up the phone right now and call.
I love how you pause. You're like, if you've never eaten chicken, you should do that.
You should do that.
You should taste chicken. You know, it's pretty good, especially fried chicken.
I highly advise it, especially if it's Korean fried chicken. That's the That's a real KFC.
Especially if it's Korean fried chicken from Chicken Maru, because they sponsor esports.
That's right. Don't you dare go to 2-2 Chicken. Absolutely
none
no
of that
Kyochon.
Yeah. None of that crap. You need that Chicken Maru.
That's right. Well, Orbital Shipyard is our third map here. Stats is on a roll. Can Solar break the momentum? That's the question.
Yeah, this is an interesting map, generally known as a pretty good Protoss map, but Stats, I think, lost to Keen on this map. So I'm not sure where he's feeling about this map. Up against a Zerg, definitely a different matchup here. Let's see how he's going to do. If he goes to 3-0, he's got a great shot at taking this full sweep. So let's go to game number 3 now. Find out. We are here on Orbital Shipyard for game number 3. This player down on the bottom left, currently up 2-0. It is Stats.
Man, up to the top right in blue. His opponent is Solar.
Solar, that well-deserved break. Definitely needed some time to calm himself down. Wasn't looking very happy after game number 2.
Yeah, still not looking too happy, to be honest. We're seeing Stats early scout every game, by the way. He is never going to die to an early pool, any sort of pressure like that. Every Nexus first he makes is safe.
Yeah, and that definitely denotes confidence to me, where it's like, oh, I can go for this, you know, and lose a bit of mining time, get very slightly behind early on, but I don't care because I can play from that position, and I have confidence that I'll win anyway. And getting the scouting information will help me out too, in case Solar wants to get tricky, which he likes to do.
Yeah.
And of course, having the probe over here can block any kind of rehatch before, you know, double hatch before pool shenanigans.
Yeah, and this time, by the way, we're going to see 2-gate adept opening, not 2. There's 3. God, I said everything wrong. We're going to have 2-gate adepts and not
Wolf.
1. Okay, and we did see 3-gate adepts, in fact, in the previous set. There's that pylon block you were talking about. Obviously not going to last very long. In fact, he'll probably cancel it. But it is going to be pretty annoying to Solar trying to take that third base behind. And everything Solar has done for... Who's not even going to... Okay. Everything Solar has done in the early game for all 3 games has been basically identical. But look at this. After the cancel, he starts a Roach Warren, and he's not actually going to make the third hatchery.
That's really interesting. He wasn't floating, you know, 300 minerals to make that hatch, so I think he was planning on doing this ever since, you know, maybe even the pylon was brought down here. But not going to be too happy about seeing 2 gates. It's going to give Stats a lot of units, and the Adepts should get that scouting information. And this is a very long, big 2-player map, so Stats should have enough stuff in time. He could even make a Void Ray out of this Stargate if necessary, if he needs that defense.
I really got to say, I don't like this this build for Solar. Like I can almost say with I could say with full confidence. I could be wrong, but I will say with full confidence. I don't think Stork told him to do this. I do not think Stork went there and said, "All right, man, you're down 0-2.
It's time to go for a Roach Rush on Orbital Shipyard."
I think he might be, dare I say it, on tilt.
Oh, you said it. You said it.
I said it.
I can't believe you would say that, Wolf.
Everyone hates when
I
say
say that word around
reason.
so easily. Think everybody's on tilt, right?
I know. It's like
I've gotten tweets just like this. I swear to God. Like, I can't believe you think he's tilted.
I can't believe a player who plays for a career and thousands of dollars who wants to win his first Korean StarCraft tournaments or Royal Rotor would ever get nervous and make mistakes or do aggressive builds.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this works. I mean, the Adepts are on the low ground. If he could catch them, maybe, and kill them really fast, that could be good. He's trying to bait them even further away from the ramp with these lings.
Yeah, and look at this. Overlord is going to go down. There's so many pylons, one on the high ground and one on the low ground. He's making an extra one now for extra defense and safety at that third base. The attack is going to hit now, though.
The key is if he can kill those Adepts and burst down these pylons. The Adepts are still on the low ground. A late reaction, a very late reaction from Stats. Late overcharge. The pylon will go down. He's going to stream through into the main base. The Adepts are still stuck on the low ground. Probes are being pulled. He could actually unpower this Stargate and the gateways, and that may just be game over, Valdez.
Everything is unpowered, and all of the probes in the main have gone down to 13 probes. Now there's only this one Phoenix doing damage to the one lifted unit and 3 Adepts on the ground to defend.
Yeah, the Adepts have actually just been free to do damage because the pylons were being targeted so long. But look at this. Ling's now split into both bases. I think this is lights out for Stats. He may get that third Nexus up, but how many probes is he going to have to saturate it if he keeps losing them here? He's even fighting with not a lot of probes. That was the worst thing he could have done. GG.
That's going to be it. And
Solar's back in the series, man. We didn't have confidence with that push, but he baited the Adepts. He kept them on the low ground. We saw Stats with a somewhat late overcharge. His reaction to shade the Adepts in to try to block was just not there. It was very slow.
It was a really nice job, well done job by Solar to also avoid any scouting. You know, the Adepts came out and he just played it so carefully, so slow. You know, he wasn't like, oh, I need to hit this one timing. He just made sure that Stats had no idea. You know, let him commit to the third Nexus. Let him get his units on the low ground. Let him not react in time. And that's exactly what happened. Everything went right when the attack hit for Solar.
And you know, people call it the caster curse, but I really didn't think that was going to go as well as it did. But now Solar is probably going, okay, a sigh of relief. He's not on match point. I'm in this series now. Going to Prion Terraces as well. So, you know, he can bring this back to a 2-2. He's got a good chance of that. He's got a good shot at that. Stork doesn't look like too happy, but he's giving him some sick advice right now.
Like, why would you do that build? I told you to play a macro game. But it works. So either way, regardless of what happened or what was said,